Just starting up, guys. Give me a second, please. No rushing today. Oh, much brighter. All right. I'm going to start with a regular up and down cue ball. A little bit off on both sides. Hello there. Can't see the name from here. Leslie. Hello, Leslie. Just warming up my stroke, up and down cue ball, straight line. Interesting. A lot of left on that one. Straight line. Same to the left every time. A little bit to the left every time. That one's good. Again, to the left. A ball to the left. That's perfect. To the left again. What's going on? Oh yeah, that's the best one. Nice. Nice. All right. So let's go work on the cue ball movement a little bit. We'll work on the cue ball movement. All right, we got this down. Straight angle. Now we go to 20-degree angles and control the cue ball. I want to be stretched, so I practice both cue ball control and being stretched. Too hard, I gotta hold the ball, so I gotta go smooth. Better, but still too hard. A little softer. I need to be like here. So I need to go a little softer. So I'm going to shorten my bridge a little bit so I don't have a big swing. All right, better, but not so good. Now I'm going to finesse this. Here you go, right here. That's where I want to be. So that's my first increment where I want to be, right here. About a ball away from object ball where it was. So one more. Perfect. All right, so second, we're going to go here. So we're going to double the distance, and we're going to just raise the aiming point by one Q-tip up. Perfect. So I doubled the distance. I was here, now I'm here. And all I did was the same stroke. I just raised one tip up from very bottom up on the vertical line. No English. So one more. I hit too much ball this time. I made the ball, but I hit it about here, so I hit too much ball. And that's how I held the cue ball more than the previous shot. So this time we're going to hit it clear in the pocket without wobbling into the pocket. There you go. Perfect. So perfect control here. So now we want to get to the middle of the table. Same stroke. But I'm just going to hit above the below the center. Below the center on the cue ball. And that's going to get me to the middle of the table. Yeah. Even a little bit more. I need to tune it down a little bit so I can get right in the middle of the table. That's where I want to be, right in the middle. Not too bad. That's a pretty good control. One more. So what I'm doing is, I'm using pretty much the same stroke, but I hit up or down on a vertical line below center, and that allows me to move the cue ball. So I'm using only one variable in the calculation. Stroke is the same, but I hit lower or higher on the cue ball, and that allows me to move the cue ball further up. I mean further out on the table. So I'm trying to get right in the middle of the table, so I'm hitting slightly below center with the same soft stroke. Nope, I killed it. I killed it, and I did the previous shot. So, well, that's how you train your arm, train your muscle memory for this stuff. So we'll do a couple more until we get it right. I think I hit also lower than I needed to. So here we go. Right below center. Too much. A little bit too much. A little pop. That was not a smooth shot. It was a pop. Pop. We need to shoot smooth. Yeah, I can even see it. There was a pop. So we're going to go here. This one is perfect. Yep. Yeah, right on the line, guys. Right on the line in the middle of the table. Let me look at the stroke. I'm looking at the same stream that you are on TV. Yeah, much better. So, one more. Nice, same. A little bit further up, but that's hard to stop every time in the middle. So, but we know we get into this area with that stroke. So now we need to go further up with the same stroke. So I can't go higher anymore on the cue ball. So I have to add a little bit more power. So I go slightly below center and add a little bit more power on my stroke. Not much. Nope, I killed it again because I hit it low. I hit the low on the cue ball, so I didn't hit the center, I mean below center. I hit another tip lower than center. So now I need a little pop here. Too much. Ooh. Too much pop. But that's the tedious process of learning how to control your cue ball, control your stroke, your speed. That's how you do it. Yeah. What happens is why the cue ball is traveling so far, because I overhit the one ball, so I hit very thin. And that's why the energy of the cue ball does not transfer to the object ball. And that's why a cue ball is flying. A little too heavy. I don't need that much. I need to be on the third diamond. So it's 1, 2, 3. I need to be here on the third diamond. Let's make it a little bit here. We're gonna put a little patch. So we want to be in the area somewhere where the patch is. So same stroke, a little bit less stroke, but I can also go lower on the cue ball with the same stroke. Too low, and I got back to the center. So I went too low on the cue ball. I'm gonna go up a little bit, just a little bit, and give it a little bit of pop, a little pop. There you go. Not bad. Not bad. A little bit too much, but close. Pretty close. And we're working on a 20-degree angle right now. So then we're going to move to 40, 60, and over. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Little bit more. Another ball or two, and it would be better. So, yeah, this is what we do. That's how we practice. Here we go. Nope. I get perfectly in the center now, but I need to go another diamond further to my right, your left. So I'm gonna raise it about a half of a tip and hit it a little bit harder. Yo, Mish. Nice. Что ты там делаешь? Okay. Yeah, I'll take it there. Nope, too much ball. Too much ball on that one. Way too hard. And I hit too much top. That's why the ball started going towards the pocket. I didn't get in the center of, below the center. Too much ball again. Got to slow down a little bit. I'm rushing. I can feel it. Got to take my time. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Not bad. Not bad. So the further you travel out, it's harder to control the distance because obviously your cue ball have to travel a little bit more further. Here it's much easier to control the increments. Here's a little harder. So that one went forward again, but the stroke was good. But I didn't hit below the center because the ball went hit here and went that way. So that means I didn't hit below center. There you go. That's good. Not too bad at all. All right, last one on this, and we're gonna go to the rail. Oh yeah, felt good. Oh yeah, right on the line where the patch is. So the more you shoot, the more you get better at controlling it and feeling the shot and knowing how far or how strong you have to hit it and how low on a cue ball you have to hit it, how high on a cue ball you have to hit it. So, all right, this time I'm gonna go to the other side. So we're gonna get here to the rail. So I just gotta pop it a little harder and shoot below center. Not bad. I got the previous stroke in me, but pretty close. Pretty close. But I like the smooth action of the cue ball, and the stroke is clean. Yeah, I got there, but I didn't make the ball. I got there, right where I needed to be. So now we're gonna make the ball. Perfect. This one is perfect. Yeah, I could feel it. It looked good. Let's look at the stroke. Oh, stroke is good, just gotta stay down a little bit longer. Maybe half of a second longer. It's always my problem. As soon as I see that the ball's going, I start getting up. All right, one more. Oh yeah, perfect. All right. So one more, we're gonna hit and bounce off that rail. Because a lot of times you have to bounce off the rail, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make the ball go here and bounce off the rail. So obviously I gotta increase my power. So I'm still hitting below center. And I gotta give it a little bit more oomph here. Nope. Perfect for the previous one. But I hit too much ball again because I hit it into the rail, so I hit a lot of object ball. So the cue ball lost the energy to the object ball. So here we go. There you go, and bounce off the rail because you don't want to be on the rail. So what happens is, why we're trying to use the softer stroke, because the harder you hit, the less accurate you become. So the harder you need to hit the ball, the less accurate you become. So we want to use that smooth, very medium stroke, and we just want to go up and down the cue ball and control it with aiming point on the axis of cue ball instead of increasing our stroke and make it harder. So that was too low and too much pop. But the speed was good. I just hit it too low again. So here we go. Last one. I'm gonna get it right below center. Excellent speed, excellent bounce. I just didn't make the ball. So we're gonna make this ball and move on. There we go. So now we're bouncing a whole diamond back. And we probably can go even further. Well, let's just try a really hard shot. Pretty much not all I got, but maybe 90% of all power, and see if I can even make this ball. This has to be perfect. I can't touch the rail here. So that's about 90% of the power I had. So with the 20-degree angle, so this is about 20 degrees right here. Here. That's what the object ball was here on this dot. And this is what on the line I was shooting. So that's about 20-degree angle, 22 and a half. Doesn't matter, a few degrees here or back. But we could get the cue ball 4 feet and 2 feet back, so 6 feet. It comes with the price. You have to hit hard. We don't want to hit hard. We want to hit slow and low. We want to hit the ball so we can easily make it. Like, for example, very last shot, like this. Much easier to make. All right, now we're moving to a 40-degree angle. So this is our object ball. This is the line to the pocket. And this is going to be a 40, somewhat 40, I think 40. So probably double. I think 40, 45, 90 is here. Yeah, that's about 40, maybe like this, I would say. So I'm going to put this about here. So I think that's a 40-degree angle. I don't have, what do you call that, tool to measure it, but I should actually have that, just for fun. So that's a 40-degree right here. And what we're going to do is start with the same drag shot, very low and slow. Can you give advice on how I keep my... Oof. Oh, you and me were in the same... you and me were in the same boat. So basically, all right, how to keep your stroke straight. First of all, you have to be 90 degrees to the cue stick. So that means when you tip at the ball, at the cue ball, and you have your bridge, so your forehand is 90 degrees to the cue tip. Before I go further, don't forget to subscribe, please. I have all this stuff on my channel. You should get a cat. I got a dog. All right, so now you have to be perfectly lined up with the line of your shot. Your elbow and the cue stick must be on the same line. It can't be here. It cannot be here. It has to be on the same line with the cue stick. And elbows up, and that's all you do. And when you shoot, make sure you see where your Q-tip ends up. You'll see if it goes to the left, that means your hand goes up like this. If it's to the right, that means you're doing this. So you can probably see if you go like this, your Q-stick go left. This, right. So we want to go up and down, straight. Very light grip. I have a video on a grip. Go on my channel. I just made a video how to hold a Q-stick. It's very useful. It helps a lot. So very light grip. You can see the space between my hand and the cue stick. You know, a lot of people hold it differently, but I learned from um, top instructors in the country, and I have it all on my video. I hope it helped. So let me go back to uh, please leave a comment if you understood what I was saying, please. My friend Bratushki from Serbia, working on a cue ball control. So what I'm doing, Ivan, what I'm doing is I'm shooting the ball very low and dragging the cue ball to the object ball, and I try to move on a different angle. I started with 0, this is 20, now I'm at 40. So every time I do the same shot with the same stroke, I try to get the cue ball in a certain position so I know how far it travels with this particular particular shot, particular stroke, and where I aim the cue ball. So I start with very low and I go light drag shot, very light. I'm trying to drag it as much as I can. So that's too much. I'm not happy. It's way too much. I should be like around here. Oh yeah, please don't forget to subscribe also. A lot of good stuff there. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'm playing a very tough player, 9-ball. All right. I can't hold it yet, but that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to drag it as much as I can. So I got to slow down that stroke a little bit lighter. Give it more drag and lower. There was English on it. I could see it. But with that angle, it's really hard to hold the cue ball now. So you have to understand that cue ball will be traveling because we don't contact the object ball fully. I am practicing in my basement. That's why the channel called BPPA, Basement Pool Players Association. We created it just for fun because we're in Midwest. I'm in Milwaukee, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people in the basements, they have a pool table. Oh, what am I practicing? I'm practicing controlling the cue ball on 3-4 different angles. Straight in shots, 20 degree, 40 degree, 60 degree angle. So with a different high or low on the cue ball, below center. So I started with very low. And I'm trying with the same stroke, but a different aim. I go I'm working with the very low, and then I'm gonna go tip up and see where the cue ball's going. And usually doubles the distance. So I'm trying to drag this shot, drag it as slow as I can before I lose before I lose my draw. So I need to have enough draw so by the time cue ball arrives to the object ball, it doesn't go forward. But at the same time, it stops there and start bouncing to the middle of the table. And I'm trying to hold this cue ball as much as I can. On this angle, it's very hard. Like that. That's what I want. All right, so we got that. Obviously, it's much easier to go further out. I'm doing chalk, man. I got the Taum. I'm using Taum. I just put in, what do you call it? Kamui brown, original brown soft. After a few days of playing, I tell you this, guys, I was very happy with the tip in the beginning, but it's mushroom. It gets mushroom pretty quick. I don't hit hard, but you know, a little mushroom. I'm not talking huge, but enough to bother me. All right, so now we can easily get to the patch. And from the previous angle, we had to increase the stroke to get to the patch. Now we don't have to do it. It's just I'm raising up a little bit on the cue ball, just one tip up with the same light stroke. I missed the ball. Shorten the bridge, yes sir, I get it. Actually, I was in Florida last week and I was working with Mike DeLauder on, yeah, that's, see, everybody wants to be Fedor Gorst. That's why we're doing this. And Mike DeLauder told me the same thing you're telling me, Ivan. Shorten your bridge. Everybody wants to be like Fedor. So we're good here. Pretty easy to get here. What do you usually play with? Okay, hold on. I play with McDermott. So the butt is McDermott, and the shaft is Jacoby Black V4, 12.3 millimeter, and I just put on Kamui Brown on it. Kamui Brown soft. So that's what I'm playing with.
Taking the truck, right?
Нет.
No?
О, да. Только мне надо забрать все свои вещи
We're
оттуда.
leaving right now.
For tomorrow?
I'm going to Lauren.
Oh, I need to take all the pickleball stuff out of there.
It's just your backpack?
Backpack, paddle, shoes. Посмотри, что там лежит. Все достань, пожалуйста.
You want your stuff from the JCC?
Uh-huh.
You want your stuff from the JCC?
Yeah, everything.
Why don't you just go?
А?
Why don't you go find what's
Миша, ну я же занят. Take my paddle, shoes, everything. I'm not telling you, but yes, I played tournament in Florida. I won one first match, dry 3-0. Then I lost second match to a much tougher player, of course, 1-3. Then I won third match 3-0, and then I lost Hill and missed the 9-ball. I was like, it was getting late, so I was getting tired. But I missed the 9-ball. Not a hard 9-ball, actually. Yeah, so this is the bigger angle becomes the easier we can get the cue ball to travel more distance. So it's not really hard. So we have to understand that. Now we can hold it. We'd rather go up and down if we want to reach that point. So here I'm going to hit it a little harder. Too much draw. I hit too low. But from here, we need to go up and down. So let's go up and down to the center of the table. Missed the shot. And the cue ball would be there. I just hit too much object ball. There you go. A little bit more than enough, but more than I need, I'm sorry. So the more the angle, we can't hold the cue ball that good. So we want to let go of the stroke and travel more instead of trying to hold it. And that's what you're gonna see. There you go, very nice. And that's what you're gonna see a lot of professionals are doing. Instead of trying to hold the ball, they're going up and down a couple of rails. Further Gorst influence. Yeah, perfect. So table and a half. All right. Let's hit a couple hard ones, like a really hard shots. 90% of the power, and see where we're gonna end up with the cue ball. Right? So let's do that. And remember, the harder you hit, the harder to make the shot. So we go up, down, and a half. Not bad. All right, so now we got this, and we're going to a 60-degree angle. So, no, that's not 60. That is 60 right here. I'd say that's 60. Yeah. So 90, 45. Probably even more out like this is 60. Correct? Yeah, something like this. I'd say it's 60. So here, we can't hold it. So we're gonna go low and slow and see where the cue ball is gonna end up. So we easily go 2 tables. Hold on, I gotta read. I can't see that far anymore, my friend. It gets late and I start getting blurry. I know. And also there's a handicap. So if you're playing race to 3 and then your guy gets a handicap, so he's got to score 2. Or it can be also 5-2. You know, depends on your Fargo rate and all that. I don't like handicaps. You play up, and I don't care, you know, how good or how bad. You just have to get better if you can't play with the big boys. That's all. I hate handicaps. But, you know, if your Fargo is 700 and up, it doesn't matter who you play. It doesn't matter what the handicap, you're still going to beat them. All right, so the 60-degree angle, literally we can't hold the ball anymore, so we can only go up and down because we know it's impossible to hold it. So I'm going to go low and slow again. So basically low and slow gets me 6 feet, 4 feet, 4.5 actually, 4.5, and a little bit and half of the table. So from here it's very simple. You don't need to hit hard anymore here, because with the low and slow you can control where you're gonna end up. A little harder, you're gonna end up on this side. So we're gonna raise the tip up, 1 tip up, and hit the same low and slow. I missed it because I hit too much ball. Tip up, low and slow. All right, one more. So on this angle, we can hold it for a table and a half. Width of the table, not length. So I raised above, I raised another half of a tip, and I got on this side already. So very simple. So one tip below center and trying to go slow. So that was a hit above the center because the cue ball went forward. Or I hit not enough draw, so by the time the cue ball reached the object ball, it went forward. Either way, it went forward. So I don't recommend hitting these shots on these angles hard because it's really hard, real easy to miss it. So I hit a little bit harder. I get table, another table, and a half. And from this, you don't need to hit any more harder because it's just gonna go up and down. You don't need to do it. So let's hit about 80% of power here and see what we're gonna do. So 1, 2, 3.5. Big John is in the house. All right. So now we go to razor thin cuts. So that's about 80 degrees, 80-degree angle. And basically, I always say to myself, aim thinner than you think. So I'm starting with the same low and slow. Not enough, too hard and jumped up. I could feel it. Stay down, don't move. Thinner than you think. Nope. Same thing, too thick. Low and slow and thinner. Nope. 3 shots identical. Identical miss because I'm afraid to hit it thinner. Where's the draw? That's the tough part, the draw. Overcut this time. All right, we'll make it. It's much easier to make this shot just with a center ball or follow, but I'm shooting with the draw. Low and slow. Overcut again. But what we're learning, with a very slow stroke, the cue ball goes up and down twice. Oh, come on. Never missed so many. Here we go. This one is good. Focus and stay down. I got stuck on this. All right. Not good. Not good, guys. We'll get there. I guarantee you that. Here we go. Slow and slow. Oh, come on. But I held the ball pretty good on that one. It didn't even do 2 tables. So, light grip, stay down, low and slow. So we got 2 tables. And there's no need to hit this any harder than this, because unless you got to go back to the same side. Just gotta get a proper visual, proper feeling, and it's gonna go good. I'm gonna hit a little bit harder. So that was same low. Now I'm gonna raise the raise the aim by 1 Q-tip, but still go with the same light stroke. So I'm hitting slightly higher on the cue ball, but tip up from the bottom, from the lowest bottom. And there you go. We travel another half of the table just by raising the tip. Yep. So we got 1, 2.5, and I raised the aim by 1 tip up. So obviously, if we hit it a little harder or higher on the cue ball, we're gonna get more energy. So let's try just one. I don't recommend hit it hard here because it doesn't make any sense. So 1, 2, 3, 3.5, something like that. All right. I see a lot of stuff going on in Serbia through my friend's Instagram. I don't know what was happening there, but something was happening. What was it? Protests and all kinds of stuff. All right, Ivan. До свидания. All right, makes no sense to hit it that hard. So it's really hard to make it the way it is. And now when you hit harder, it's even harder to make. Boom. And a scratch. Isn't that something? You get to scratch in the process. But we can't stop this on the negative note. We have to make this ball hard. So we're going to shoot it and make it. Boom. Missed it. I think I overcutted it, but that's fine. Chalk up. Nope. And jumped up, stay down. Stay down, stay down. No need to jump here. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Missing, missing, missing. I'm gonna make it with a hard stroke. Not that easy, guys, to make it with a tough stroke. With all that power. Jumping up, jumping up, jumping up. I feel it, I'm jumpy. All right, stay down. But the cue ball is flying at you, so that's another reason. So I'm hitting too thick. I'm not cutting enough. Now I overcut it, I think. Tough, tough, tough. Come on. I know. I'm trying to get out of the way. It's like a feeling that the cue ball is coming at you very fast. And I see it myself. All right, so we got this. But thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Yep. So here's that simple exercise. We're going to start with 20-degree angle and get back on that ball on the other side. No English, just up and down. Not good. The draw was not there. I hit pretty much center ball. I hit pretty much center ball on that one. Much better. Stay out of the side. Too much draw. Come on. So that's that test of how far you can get the cue ball on the other side, knowing what you need to do. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, come on. But not bad. No way I couldn't get out of there without English. I had to do low left and drag it, but I shot it without English. Tried to get it up and down. All right, here we go. Not good. Cue ball was good. Shot was not good. Not enough draw or not enough power, because here I'm at the pretty much 50-degree angle and I'm going up and down now. So this one is really hard to control. Yeah, everything's flying. So that is ultimate test right here. Not bad. A little bit more draw would be better, but that's fine. Not bad. Now it's too hard. Now I got too hard on it. So let's try to go up and down here. That's what we were working on. No draw. So on that shot, there was no draw because the cue ball went straight back. So let's get a little bit more draw. Not enough up and down. Nope. Still no draw. But it's going up and down. That's what Okay. So about 20. So I go low and smooth here. Yeah, that would be perfect. I like that, but I missed the shot. There we go. A little bit more power. So I'm slightly straight. I'd like to have a little bit more angle. So this one we need to pound a little bit. Perfect angle on this one. And same thing. Oh, come on. I hit not low enough on that shot. And I felt it, I saw it. My draw wore off by the time it got there. Much better, but I missed the shot. Perfect angle, perfect. All right, here we go. All right, perfect bounce. Yep. Very nice. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Don't stay there. Not bad. Need more draw because I can't reach it. I'm too far. But angle's not bad. Just want it to be here because this is hard to reach now. Well, we'll have to shoot it with a bridge, I guess. Oh, miscued. Shoulder. All right, one more time. Here. This is the shot. How about lefty? Not bad for lefty. Nice bounce. A little bit more pop here. Now I'm getting worse and worse because this angle becomes bigger and bigger. So it's harder to control the cue ball. We learned that. Ah, I hit the ball. It would be perfect. Damn it. Okay, here we go. Too much. Wow, that's bad. Hard to draw from there. Too much again. I'm shooting for this side. This side would be perfect. All right. Hey, Jerry. Welcome to the stream. A little bit more draw, a little bit more. All right, so I lost the position completely. Oh boy. Well. What happened to my draw? Hey, what's going on? I got intruders, a spider. Itsy bitsy spider. That's a tough one. Nope. Nope. Wow, that's tough. Overcutting every time. Well, need to take a bridge. That's the lesson. Oh, miscued. Chalk, chalk, chalk. Yeah. Chalk, chalk, chalk. Maybe stay with the left. Yeah. I actually practice both. I practice. Hey, John, tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I got Adam coming to play 9-ball. We're going to play a bunch of sets. And he's 660 or something like that, Fargo. So he's a killer. So we're going to probably play 2 sets of 9, race to 9 or something like that. So don't forget, if you can, if anyone can, please come over and watch. It'll be 1 o'clock, maybe a little 1:15 or something like that, before we warm up and everything. Come on, 4-ball. 4-ball does not want to cooperate. I don't like this 4-ball. What's wrong with the 4-ball? Come on, 4-ball. Yeah, rough week, guys. I mean, that was something. This week was super tough. I only got to the table last night and I barely ran a rack. Busy, busy, busy all week. A lot of different things were happening. Hey, John, but I played, were you there when I played Bobby and I ran out 11 to my hole in one pocket? 11, my new personal record. In the game, I ran 11 balls. I had one in the tray, so I needed 9. And, oh yeah. I didn't care about everything else. I was so happy. I ran out 4 or 5 times in one pocket in my life, because I've been playing one pocket maybe for 2.5 years, 3 years. I would say 3 years. But again, no one can teach one pocket. So first you kind of learn on your own, and then I came down to Florida to see Tom Worth. He's the man. So he worked with me on a one pocket on the strategies. All right, this is gonna be a last one, and I gotta go because gotta play pickleball in the morning, and then I gotta play Adam in the afternoon 9-ball. So let me just take a couple 9-ball breaks just to feel it, because that guy is a monster. He's gonna go to International Open in the fall to play there also. So he loves to train on this table because that's what they're gonna use. I don't know, the pockets is gonna be 4.5 or a 4-inch, but I tell you this, I played on the 4.5-inch pockets diamond. After this diamond, they feel big. So I actually have an advantage. I mean, for myself, if you play on this table, I mean on a similar table but with the bigger pockets. All right, here we go. Let's take a couple breaks. We're gonna make the 1 ball on the side. That's what we want. And hopefully another ball in the corner. Not good. I missed the whole thing. I hit it so thin. Yeah. Cue ball's running, everything's flying. Not good. I made a ball, but it was luck. There was nothing. There was no. Not on purpose, so doesn't count. I want to make the 1 ball. Leon, hello. Sinyo, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm actually finishing up, just taking a couple of breaks and gonna go. It's late already, 9 o'clock. No good. Almost made the 1, but cue ball did not draw. Cue ball went forward, which is not good. We must hold the cue ball so it goes to the side rail instead of going forward. So we need to, I'm going to shoot a little softer with a little bit more draw. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, come on, same point. Twice. I hit the same point. Cue ball not bad. Let's see. Yeah, cue ball wasn't bad. Hit the side rail and then went forward, but it was not going wild. All right, you need to make that 1 ball. Oh, now I overshot the 1. Okay, I gotta tune in, guys. This is important. I gotta tune in to that break. So I overshot the 1 again. Short again. too short. Not good, not good. Even if we make one, it doesn't count. We made one on the side, but that was accident. It was not on purpose. So I hit too much ball. There you go. Aim the one ball at the second ball and then the up. Well, there's a few variables. How hard you hit it and how low or how much draw you put on it. So one ball break, are you aiming flush with a bit of a draw? Draw. DC, draw, 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 draw. Because the draw makes the cue ball go left, across the table. If you follow, it's in depth in the pocket. So that was a good break. Just gotta get a couple more. You know, everything, actually, I'm aiming the same as usual, but it's warmer here, much warmer, probably humid, so everything changes. I gotta turn that dehumidifier on. So we got hold of it. We're making 2 balls. And most important, we're making a 1 ball. The way we're supposed to make it. So one more, and I'm out of here, guys. Gotta play pickleball in the morning. Crazy sport. Crazy people. Much crazier than pool, I tell you this. Pool people don't run like that. Pool people are slow. I don't have any, I didn't play in any tournaments. I'm just learning. This is my 8 months of playing. Started in November. And no clue, but I comfortably play with 3.5 people. 4.0 people are harder to play, of course, but they're not that scary. I mean, they'll beat me, but they're not as scary as 4.5, for example. So I'm about, 3.5, maybe more, I don't know. But 3.5 is not a problem for me to play with. It's about my level. All right. On this awesome note, made 3 in a row. I'm going to call it a day, guys. Big John, please come back. 1 o'clock tomorrow. Going to be a match. I'm actually going to make a stream, and I'm going to schedule it, so it'll be hanging in there some. I don't know if you get notifications or not, but it'll be there. It should be fun. But thanks for being with me, guys. As usual, please come back. I'll see you next time. And bank on and practice. Don't forget to practice. Practice is the most important thing. Good night. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you, take care, everybody. All right. See? Okay. Turn it off.